Hey traders, TG Watkins here. It is October 31st, one day before Halloween. Hope you guys are going to have a good time handing out candy to all the kids that come around. Anyway, we are having just an amazing day today. Between all of our 0 DTE, 1 DTE trades that we've taken today, and then we've had our stock positions doing really well, it's just an overall great day. And so I really kind of wanted to look at this and say, hey, let me show you guys some of our biggest winners so far. Reddit being the biggest. We are now officially over 100% gain from our original entry, something around $55, $56, and it's up here at 116. So this thing was absolutely amazing. It's been just on a beautiful uptrend and then had earnings and absolutely blew it out on earnings. This thing was up, I think, 43% on earnings alone, and that brings us up, I think it was 105% total that we're up on this thing from our original entry. So congratulations to everybody that was in the Moxie room and riding this thing out. Now the other one that we've had a pretty good move with is SHAK. We've been having to sit on this one for a few weeks, but it was looking really good. I mean, really, even on the monthly and weekly time frame, man, this thing was just looking good. It was looking clean, and we got into it right around here. Gave it some wiggle room. You can see they kind of ran some manipulation out there, tried to find some liquidity and some stops and all that. And then SHAK actually gave you a little bit of a heads up before it took off. It gave you 2 days right here before it took off, even with some extra volume coming in. And you can see that was the breakout right there before it even started breaking out even more on earnings. Now, it wasn't necessarily a buyable gap up or gap up and run like Reddit was, but that's totally fine. Look at the amount of volume that has come into this thing, and clearly a big up move and a big breakout on something like this. And we also have a huge squeeze on the daily chart. So this has been another really, really great one for us. In addition to that, we have CART. This is another name that has been doing well for us, continues just to chug along to the upside. It also has earnings. Now, I never know what's going to happen on earnings. It's always a guess, but I'm just thrilled that so far we've had a few names that have actually done really well on earnings. And with CART looking like this, it's hard to think that much else is going to happen. Even if it pulls back, I'm still going to be okay with it because we have so much cushion with a name like this because we got into it right there, and currently price is all the way up there. So we have lots of room to work with. If it does happen to pull back, buy the dip. All right, and then another one, we've got all the mega caps actually moving up. So we are trading the mega caps via FNGU, which is the leveraged ETF of the mega caps. You can do other methods and whatever you want, but so far, this has been holding the daily 21 pretty well, and we're making new highs as we kind of chug along up and through here. Primarily, this was due to Google having earnings and going up big, and then they also had Amazon and I think it was Microsoft and Meta also moving up based on some sympathy of Google. And then Tesla, we are actually in TSLL, which is the leveraged ETF of Tesla. And this thing too popped on earnings, and we are at new highs for where we got in. We entered here, and now we are up here. So we're doing well at that one. And then we can look at DEC. This is Deckers. And this thing also popped on earnings. So, hey, for us, we've been having some really good plays. Okay, we've been just kind of holding on to some good positions and saying, I think that they're going to go higher later, and that's what they're doing. So, not a huge gain in Deckers, but from our entry here, we are now positive, and basically, this looks like a nice gap up, and I think that this thing will continue to move up once it kind of finds some support, flags a little bit, and then decides to keep moving up. But yeah, Deckers is looking awesome for us. And then we have Toast, kind of a little name out there, but this thing keeps struggling along too. I mean, very nice. I think we are in from there, and it's up here. And hey, just let this thing go. Once again, there is earnings coming up. If it happens to dip, I do think that this is going to be a good name going into the future. So if it happens to dip, I think we should buy more, and then we just let this thing go and see where it wants to run. And then HNST is another name that we're in. We are positive on this one because we entered it right here. And then we have what I call a trampoline move. And this is a Moxie setup. It's when price is below the 50, but the Moxie indicator is above 0. That's a great setup using the Moxie indicator. And this one too has earnings, so we'll have to see what it is. But I'm looking forward to basically that double bottom right in through there. Gosh, we've got a bunch of other names that are looking well, different sectors that are looking well. I will just mention one more. KRE is the regional banks. we are trading the leveraged ETF of this one, and this also looks like a bull flag that is about ready to break out. So the overall market we've seen, like the SPX, not really doing much over the last couple weeks. I'll show you that because the market, I think the market is kind of just getting a little bit. Maybe people are starting to pull some chips off the table because of the election coming up. I was been expecting this. I was a little surprised at how strong the market has been this close to the election, but maybe we're just starting to see that sneak in here. And part of the reason I'm seeing that is because this doesn't look very strong to me. So I am prepared for the market to have some more downside, maybe some more chop. We're not entirely sure, but I would not be surprised to see the SPX fall off of the daily 21 sometime in the relatively near future. If it happens, I don't think it's going to be bearish. I don't think it's going to be the end of the world or anything else like that. I'm more thinking that if the market can't go up, then eventually it goes sideways like this, and that means that price is going to dip below the daily 21 at some point. And then, yeah, we'll just have to see what the market's going to do for the next, week or two, and until after the election, and we'll figure out who has won. Regardless of who wins, I do think the market is set to go higher. It just doesn't like uncertainty, and once the market knows who the president is, it can then decide where the money is going to go, and I think overall it's going to keep moving up. So yeah, big stuff that's going on out there. We're having a great time. We're doing very, very well. We've been adding 1 DTE spreads to our day trading adventures, and today has been a great day for it. In fact, we made a couple trades yesterday, today, added one for tomorrow, and they've all been paying off, 90% gains on these things. All right, guys. So thanks again. Hope you're enjoying it. Let's kind of get ready for a little bit of a bumpy road out there as far as the indices go, and yeah, we'll see what the rest of the week brings us. All right, guys. Thanks again. We'll see you at the next one.
Hey, TG here with Simpler Trading. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like or comment below. Also, make sure to subscribe and click that notification bell so you can stay up to date with my market analysis. Or you can join my free newsletter with the link in the description. Good trading, and I'll see you at the next video.